Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world away. We now got part 37 of Deagostini's Build the X-Wing. Well, let's take this off. We in the UK we have to wear these now when we're going into any supermarkets, I don't know, places of congregation. It's a legal requirement now, so I thought I'd get myself some world away ones, and I've got these in my merchandise store. And you know me, shameless advertising, I'm going to put the link in the description if you want to get these yourself. I know Christian from Grantham, you got 4 of them I believe, so these have only just arrived from me. These actually get posted up from San Francisco, but I am going to be taking these to Scotland with me. But today, enough shameless advertising, isn't it? We're going to be building the X-wing. We're actually going to start doing the nose cone. So let me show you what we're going to be doing. Now, before I go into the instructions, let me just show you the nose cone. That's iconic. That's the front of the X-wing looking just like that. These are all plastic, these parts are. We are also going to be doing some electrics. So by the look of it, we've got a switch here. And we've got another switch. Is this another switch or an LED? I'm not quite sure. We'll see when that comes in. Actually, it could be even a microphone. Very strange device, that one, but we'll see what that is in a second. But we are actually going to be just assembling all of this together with the electrics, putting that in place. Actually, it's an antenna, that other one I've just read there. It's an antenna, so that's going to be able to hold to operate the remote control, and then put all this together. So at the end, we're going to have pretty much completed nose section there. So that's what's coming. Now, in the next issue, which unfortunately on the Deagostini ones, all they give us is a tiny little black area there, and you've got to read at the bottom, we're going to be doing the lower starboard wing. So once again, we're going to be going back to doing the wings. So it has been nice doing something different on this build, hasn't it? But unfortunately, we do have another 2 wings to build, so we're going to have to continue that. And I do believe that goes all the way up to issue 62 or something. So, but I do like these breaks when we work on the cockpit and some of the frames and the canopy and stuff like that. But got my screwdriver handy. Let's get cracking. So the first thing it wants us to do is to lay it out in the sort of position that it's going to be going in. So we've got the nose cone, we've got this section here, and then finally we've got this section just like that. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be attaching these 2 sections together. Now, as you can see, we've got 3 lugs here. They're just going to go over the 3 lugs that we've got there, just like that. And now we need to join those parts together with the 3 screw holes that you can see in there. And they're going to take XWO2 screws. That's the only 2 screws, that's the only screws that come in this one. We need 3 of them. So we're going to start putting them in now. So here's the first one. And again, make it nice and tight. Now, this build is really all to do with slotting things in or screwing things in. I don't think, and you might have to tell me if I'm wrong, we've had any gluing to do in this, which is what makes this build way more unique than any other build that we've done. Now, I don't know if I like that or not, I have to say, because it does feel a little bit like, and I've mentioned it before, a little bit like Lego, how we put things together. Obviously in Lego you wouldn't be screwing things in, but that's what it's felt like. But doing this sort of thing, slightly different though. But when that's in, gonna look just like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the nose cone. Once again, we've got 3 holes here. That's just going to go on like that, nicely slotted into place. And we're going to be putting 3 screw holes in these areas here. So once again, same screws, XWO2. Load up the screwdriver. Then we get one of the bottom ones in first, I think. I don't want to make it too tight. I just want them all in place. So this is because it's actually seated perfectly at the moment. I don't want that popping out. So here's the second one. And last but not least, here's the third one. That's going to go in the top. And then I can screw these all the way in. And that's the third one. Quite tricky to get them in, but as long as you've got a long stem screwdriver, you won't have a problem with that. And as you can see, that's in securely. That looks really good, doesn't it? Now, the next bit we're going to focus on is just this indent here where we're going to be putting the first electric. Now, the first electric we're going to be putting in place is the antenna. It's the thing that looks just like this with a little cross just at the top of it there. That's what the other side looks like. We're going to be putting it with the cross section down, so that's going to be fitting in there nice and flat, just like that. We obviously want to keep this in place, and that's what this little tab's for. Now, that's going to be facing this side down like that. It's going to keep that into place. So I'm just going to hold that in place like that. As you can see, once again, just put a couple of XWO2 screws into these holes to keep that in place. Now, there is a magnet near here, as you can see. So it might be a little bit tricky to get these screws in without the magnet there we go, trying to take it away from you. But there's the first one in. One more on the other side here, and that's the second one. I'll tell you what, when there's a magnet around, it always makes things a lot more exciting because the screws could go off in any direction. You're never going to know. Here's the second one. There we go. And now that antenna is in place. It's held in place there, but you can actually see the receiver there on the other side. So hold this down like that again. Now this time we're going to be holding the switch just like this, and that's going to be going into here just like that. Now obviously we want it so that obviously the switch can be operated from the other side there. So when that's in, to hold it in place, we've got this other tab here looking just like that. That's going to be going face down on here. That's going to keep everything in place there. And once again, we're going to secure that down with some XWO2 screws. So I'll put one in this side first. That's gone in first time. And the last screw, this is the last detail that we need to put in now, will go in the other side here. Now both of these electrics, the antenna and the switch, are labelled up. The switch is labelled up with a number 10 and the antenna is labelled up with a number 9 here. But as you can see on the other side now, you can see the switch that will be operated when something touches that, and obviously we've got the antenna that side. But that is all there is to do in issue 37. I do love playing with electrics. I say that every time, no matter what build it is, when it comes to doing electrics and put them in place, it brings a smile to my face. And I think that is because it starts to see the whole thing coming together, and then you start wondering, where's the control board going to be? Where's the batteries going to be? But anyway, that's a nice look. Let me give you that for size as well. That's a nice chunky bit that's going to be going onto the X-Wing. And that's all there is to do in that stage. So I thank you for watching. I hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.